it.
Okay, so
Like the supplement there.
okay, I turned the recording on. Thank you for coming. Today is Q&A, and this is the last Q&A for the neuro contact course, or for whoever is joining us with other courses. Like Kate just finished the neuromandala, and I have the supervision ready. I'm going to post it to you in a little bit with your certificate.
Thank you.
And so any questions are welcome. I don't know where Monique is at, what algorithm you're doing, but you're very active with the catharsis.
Yeah. But I am on a marathon.
Yes, in the marathon, in the challenge. So welcome, and so nice to see you. Today is very strange day. It's I don't know if you feel the energies, but it's so hectic. Maybe not just today, maybe all week. Like that.
All week.
All week. All week.
Yeah. All week.
Yeah.
All week. I was reading. This is off the topic. Well, I'll leave you to ask questions afterwards. But I was reading somebody who mentioned that, and she's supposedly a spiritual leader, but I don't think if she's still there. She's maybe a student, but she has a huge community, and she says that recently she's observing that she's not eating that much. She's not losing weight or anything, but the food is just, there's no need for her to eat. Have you observed anything like this? I'm just curious.
I don't have an appetite. I eat because, and not very much. I eat because it's time for a meal, and I have to fix for someone else anyway. So I make myself, so to speak, and I'm drinking more water all day long instead of my, I don't know, teas. I used to have a lot of teas or whatever throughout the day. Not much anymore. I don't know. I've heard that we had a meeting of indigo children on the island here some years back, and I went to this group, and a number of the children did readings on us, and they called some of us breatharians. And I don't know if you guys are familiar with the term, but I got that label, and I had to think about that for a while and think, maybe that's why I don't get hungry. I don't know, but more so this last week. Yeah, the time goes by and I don't have a clock in here that says it's time to eat,
Mm-hmm.
Is that a shift in energy all over?
But do you feel like less energy you have, or
More energy?
No, more energy, I feel. Yeah. I agree, Monique, more energy. Yeah. Yesterday, I didn't stop from the time I got up until the time I went to bed. I kept thinking I'll stop for a break, but I never did, so I don't know.
Good.
How about you, Monique? Yeah. Yeah.
Thanks for sharing. How are you doing, Monique? Do you have this?
Well, I feel more. I feel more energy, but I thought it was before I went to acupuncture. How do you say that? Acupuncture. Yeah, acupuncture, and I think it was because of that, but maybe not.
You don't know. Okay.
Because Monday I get up at 5:30, and that it's not my my time to get up. Yesterday I get up at 7. Today I get up at 6:30. And normally I get up at 9. So I feel more energy and I'm not so tired, except Monday when I was working on this homework.
Except the homework, okay?
I think it's Kate last week who said that she made photocopy before doing color. I won't never do that.
Ah, yes.
I did six essay. I tried 6 times. I threw the 2 first one. It was crazy. And I made a algorithm for releasing perfectionism.
Aha, releasing perfectionism. Good. Yes, that's what it is about. And
Yes.
the result after your 6 attempts, after your 6 copies, did you release it? What is the result?
Well, the result is that I made they were photocopy. I made my drawing. It's gonna be like it's gonna be, and that's it.
Release the perfectionism. Good.
Yeah.
Okay, very good.
I will do the neurosketching again.
Yes. Yes.
Oh my God, it was so crazy. No, maybe I will do that again, but I will put instead of doing 8 by 11, I will put 4 on the same page. Just do
Oh,
little sketching.
okay. Yeah, it works. It works. But it has the benefits, right? You've learned a lot about yourself now, and you went through this phase of perfectionism, and now you can let it go. So that's good. Everything is good. Everything is there for a reason. Very good. And Kate, what do you say about the energy?
I'm in a state of awe and effortless ease. I've been waking up earlier because it felt good. It's just, and I wouldn't even put the times out there because that's a marker. The 10 o'clock sessions are a little bit difficult. Sorry, 10 o'clock mountain time for question and answer because I want to get the dogs walked and it's hot out. And I got up and I've had to move my hot tub time until later so I can get the walks in before it gets too hot. And this morning my husband says, well, I would have made you coffee if I knew you were getting up. I didn't know I was going to get up now. And I got my hot tub in. I got my short walk in with my coffee. I got a walk with the dogs. I had plenty of time to get here in case I got confused with the link. And I remember, I think it's the same link as before, effortless ease. But the really cool part is on the walk, I'm re-listening to the Joe Dispenza books. And while I was doing that, I was going over my journey with Neurographica. And I realized, oh, my earlier drawings. I have nails now. I broke one nail, but it didn't fray, it broke, which is a really huge step if you have had weak nails. I've dropped 10 pounds. I have done it while eating pumpkin pie. I'm just checking off things, and I was doing neuro goal, and this is my mini from class, but it was so much fun. It was like the triangles were begetting triangles. In the beginning of Neurographica, I couldn't come up with topics for the basic class. And now it's like, oh no, I'm putting the real goals out there. And they aren't 3D goals. And I am loving it. And I'm feeling it all come together. And I feel so supported. And it's kind of like, if I looked at everything I was trying to do, it would be hard to notice. But the trends came in, and it came up with this model that Neurographica kind of works a little bit like meditation, in that the magic of meditation takes place between the seconds. It's not the 19th and a half minute when it all happens, and it's between the seconds. And so for months, I've been in this place of battling every single algorithm. I don't need this shit. I can't believe I spent this money. Oh my gosh, this is so freaking cool. I'm having a great time. I mean, I think that's with every algorithm. And so I'm so glad I got the package because it got me through each one of them. They're all building. They're all weaving. And so my last 20-minute walk this morning was all an appreciation for the journey we've been in together. And I could go on for the rest of the Q&A, but I'm not supposed to. So that was like
yeah,
tip of the iceberg.
okay, I'm gonna invite you to a private interview to record all of that for our testimonials, if you you agree.
Yeah, I'm going to make some notes or an outline for you. I think I was going to call it Beyond Basic,
Yeah.
because I was intrigued, like, you know, I think it was Monique ran into your YouTube video and it changed everything. And it's not this monster change. It's everything has changed. Like yesterday, I would have said, well, I'm calmer, but for me to acknowledge goals that are what I call my meta me, as opposed to mini me, meta me, is powerful.
And what are those goals? What goals do you consider to be now true goals, as opposed to what were the goals before? The topics, you said now you're choosing the topics that are, what did you say?
These are not goals for 3D.
3D,
I would like, love it, the stretch goal, because I don't know what's between me and there, would be levitation and bilocation.
Okay, yeah,
So,
that's outside of 3D. I agree with you completely.
it was so cute, because I mentioned the other day about, you know, I'm 65 and I may only have 40 years left. So how can I make a difference with those 40 years? And I says, well, 10,000 random acts of kindness. And that, like, it makes me, it keeps me going through the day. It's a great mindset. But it was so sweet because, you know, one of our partners in this journey said, well, that's optimistic or something like that. And I said, you know, it's true. I mean, I had cancer 30 some odd years ago. And the doctor said, hey, with your vitals, you're going to live to be 110.
Yes.
And without dropping a stitch, I looked at him, I says, 120, because I expect you to learn something between now and then. I've always been full of salt, pepper, and little vinegar. So, but it's everything's coming together. It's like I wanted this to inform the art. I wanted to put more of my energetic practice together. I wanted to embrace more of my full interdimensional self. And I don't need labels, but I'm really grooving on the walk. So I'm going to make some notes and put some stuff together, and we can see if I can talk in a way that is appropriate for video.
It's always appropriate. I love Joe Dispenza. Whenever you're ready, Kate, I'm not pushing you, but whenever you're ready, I'm looking for the inspiration. Whenever you share authentically, other people will find themselves in your words. And it's what will speak up to other people that they will recognize, because we cannot explain what it is in those advanced algorithms. Like I cannot actually explain what it is, because it's so a lot and it's in layers and everybody will get different things. So it's hard to write about them, but it's really, really valuable. The whole journey, like going through all of them, is very, very well structured and very useful if you go through it, right? It's at the end you get a lot. But about sometimes it's hard to find the words, and that's why different people, if they share, that other people will hear themselves and will resonate and will just go, and that they will find something, right? So that's why I will be very grateful. But whenever you're ready.
Yeah, I was composing it while I was walking, because I think, you know, if people looked at the list of the 3D changes in the last few months, they go, whoa, I'd want some of that. But that's only the tip of the iceberg. I mean, when we went to Neuro Goals, I put the real stuff down. What are the things that make my heart sing? And the other thing is, like, I know that emotion is the key to manifestation. And as you know, during my evaluating my work, I'm always resisting the color, I'm resisting the emotions. And on the walk, I realized I may not be rocking emotion like Sam, Jim, and Karen, whatever, forget the Karen word, but anyway, I may not be doing it the same way they are, but for me, it's exponential growth in connection.
Yes.
And so I know it's like, I'm always in the space of, okay, well, how does this feel? I don't know, but at least I asked the question. And I think based upon my rate of manifestation, that I'm getting it unconsciously outside of the 3D neurons that fire the old way.
Yes.
Yes, and because your gift is that you have this challenge with the colors, and then when you put your attention and your energy there, it's like a treasure you find. You keep on finding and finding and
found a new color that I like.
Yes,
it's like okay, so Monique, you'll have to help me. It's AIGUE-marine.
aquamarine.
Well, it doesn't say aqua, there's not a Q, but maybe, oh no, it is aquamarine, you're absolutely right. That must have been the French and the aqua, I missed the English.
Aquamarine.
Yeah, it's the Prismacolor Premier. It's just really pretty, and it looks really nice with purple.
For me, it always ends up being too dark. I don't know why. I love the color in the beginning, but then when I use it more to make it bright, it ends up being dark. But when you use it, it may not be dark because you are using them very softly.
Well, and then when I'm starting to blend them more, and let's face it, I like dark. I love jewel tones. It just they feed my soul.
Yeah. There is nothing wrong. Okay, and Joe Dispenza is one of my favorites. I really like everything that he does and everything that he explains, the way that he sees the connection. There is a lot of links between his work and Neurographica. And we can just take his words and just apply it to Neurographica straightforward. And
this is my third time listening to the books. And I have gifted people with the books.
Yeah.
And not everybody resonates with it, but it's time well spent. You know, I keep thinking about going to one of the 5 or 7 day advanced workshops.
I was gonna go. There was gonna be one. There is gonna be one in Dallas in October, and I couldn't buy a ticket because I was in Europe and all my cards got denied and none of them went through. And I said, okay, let me come back and I'll pay from America. And it was already booked, sold out. So I missed it. I'm sorry.
Wow. It's all coming together. Everything is feeding. If they're not desperate things in my life. Everything feeds something else. I do like pumpkin pie. That feeds me.
Yeah, this is yes, orange for the second chakra, and I'm wearing orange as well. It's good healing. I'm looking into healing the second chakra as well. So I'm there with you. And looking into pumpkin, eating some pumpkin, maybe not in a pie, but in another form. Before, I didn't like it very much, but now I'm gonna give it some new try.
There's a gluten-free pumpkin spice waffle available. It's delicious.
Whoa! Did you eat that with maple syrup?
Yes, I did.
Oh, that just sounds heavenly. It's like it's speaking to my Canadian roots.
There you go.
And I see, Kate, you're way ahead already with the NeuroGo.
It's not ahead. We're all where we are.
Okay.
It's not a contest.
Came out wrong. You're right.
I worked through vacation because I didn't quite understand it. And so I did neurocontact during vacation because I wanted to be coterminous with the group. And now we're starting neuro goals. So I'll finally get to the point where I'm with you because I started a month behind. So in my do place, I kind of moved it up. But yeah, I just started it. And oh man, that first class was awesome.
Yes.
I mean, everybody's talking about so much and you know, are you okay? I'm thinking, oh honey, I'm dancing.
And it will be different for different people because you struggled with some of the algorithms and somebody else went through them in a breeze, and then NeuroGo. NeuroGo cannot be like, it's very dangerous to do NeuroGo like as a first algorithm.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah.
You need to go through all the stages, the healing, the recovery, all the insights, realizations, transformation. And then when you come to NeuroGo, you really, like you are seeing, you, Kate, particularly, your goals are different from what it would have been if you just started with NeuroGo right away, right?
Oh, right. And if I didn't take the package, I wouldn't have done neuro goals because I don't consider myself goal oriented. I have a life that far exceeds any dream that I would have dared to dream. People who know me have seen me change significantly over the years, but to take a look at me over time, and I mean, I would not have dared to dream this life. So it's like, I don't relate to a lot of the stuff, but then here we're doing it's like, oh yeah. So I'm so glad I got the package because I mean, I'm such a bad girl, but I put it in my write-ups anyway. You know, it's like, well, I resisted this one and now I know why I'm doing it. I mean, I even bought a compass now. I mean, a real one, because I bought a cheap one because I didn't want to do compasses. So I got this $2 one and it was worth it. So then I took my 40% off coupon and I bought a real one because I want to explore more of the geometrics with the mandalas, and that wasn't where I was in the beginning.
Yes, yes.
That's
Sacred geometry is a beautiful way of knowing, getting to know yourself. And
I lent my books. The man with the long name who wrote the books on sacred geometry, I lent those books to one of my daughter's friends. I want to call him a Kalzachek, but he's the guy from the Old Testament, and or Dura something, and he's got these 2-3 books on sacred geometry that I could never get my arms around. I mean, I bought them probably in 2006, 2007, so now I get to order them again.
Okay. Well, if you are able to do it, it's okay. You can do that.
The book is where it needed to be.
Yeah.
I don't hold on to things. It's like, okay, like, oh, I needed to check some references for Depenza's book, but I gave those to somebody who's dealing with some brain issues. Okay, I can order another set, and I have a modest lifestyle.
Yes,
but I can still order books.
You have the privilege to have it this style, so you're fine. You're good.
Yeah, and the orange looks great on you.
Thank you. Thank
you. Yes.
Orange.
Yes.
And please help me. Who is the gentleman? He's now passed. Who did the? I don't even know the appropriate name for it. See, Monique, I speak English and I don't know the words. He does all the arts in place. And one of his arts around 2005, I think, was all orange flags. I think it was in France.
Oh yeah. Yes.
Who is
yes.
it?
I don't know. I recognize the stories. I watched for his work, but I don't have a name either.
Well, so we're planting the seeds. So when we have it, let's put it in the algorithm, because I think that you would do well to bathe in the pictures of that experience of walking through that park with all those beautiful flags.
Oh, he's wrapped an island in yellow.
Yeah.
Yes.
He's done incredible things. Yeah.
Yes.
And there is already 4D art that you can do with those classes.
Oh.
And you can actually draw neurographic like lines and colors, and you can round everything. Imagine you being inside a neurographic and drawing.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I am in my dream state.
Are.
Yeah. I mean, right in the dream state, right? Have you maybe you've done it in the conscious one, Bella.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes, in the dream state, yes.
Yeah, it's very rare to go through a night without a dream in which Neurographic comes out in one way or another.
I close my eyes and it's neurographic line. It's amazing.
Well, yeah, and then it's like I got this thing where there's this dark thing in the eye when you close it. I saw the Neurographica coming out from it, and I felt my power. It's like I'm the source of this, not just like from the outside in, because I'm doing a lot of, okay, I know I'm supported. I've got the generations, I've got the universe, etc. But I, for the first time, saw it coming from me. So.
And how does it feel?
Yeah. So you can use this class as part of the marketing.
Yes, yes. Yeah, I always wanted to cut some pieces out of the classes, but I need to hire somebody to do it with the video. Just cut.
It's hard. Well, it's hard with the confidentiality. I've seen some of those threads, and for me, I don't keep skeletons in the closet. I put tutus on them and I invite them to the prom.
Yes,
Yes,
tutus. I love them.
Yes, and not everybody does that. So you can't really take a whole lot from our discussions because you have to get permission from everybody. Because
that's true, of course, but
some things are close.
Even if I get permission, even if I get permission, for me it's gonna be very hard to cut and.
Oh yeah.
But if it's meant to be, it's gonna be. That's okay.
Yeah, I agree.
Ideas to
and
do.
we'll figure out who does those orange flags.
Yeah. And the other thing about being inside, there was another thing beside the 3D glasses. Oh, yes. Our beloved Professor Pavel Piskaryov, every year he does Neurographica on the streets contests, or like a like a festival.
Okay.
And in every city they go out and they draw with chalk on the streets. Neurographica. It's very interesting. I've seen him draw. And then in Germany, I don't know how, or he got commissioned or what happened. There is a huge Neurographica drawing on a building, and
wow,
it looks beautiful. So, and I have friends who are drawing on the buildings, and I suggested them to do Neurographica. They say it's very hard because on a big scale to just try to do these intricate lines and rounding, it's hard. They prefer something less detailed, like less structured.
Well, and having the flow over a large structure on a ladder would be hard.
Yes.
And so I don't know if this diminishes the process too much, but what I would do is I would create the drawing and then project it on the surface and trace it. So the energy would go into the original one, and then you project it on there, and then you outline it and fill it in. And that way you can do small segments, but you get the flow and everything.
Yes, there are other ways. I know that they can print it out and then,
of course,
and then put it on the building, like on segments, different types. I don't know exactly what they can do right now, but
there's this shrink wrap technology that they use for all of the power boxes. It's amazing.
Yes, many possibilities.
Sorry, that's not time for a great conversation, but questions. I'm sorry. I just had to share. I mean, the way I look at this is like, I don't know where it is in scripture, but this is my beget. It's like every triangle is begetting more triangles. And don't worry, it came naturally, Monique. They weren't offensive, but it's like they kind of, and I thought about you as I was drawing, and it's like, oh my gosh, you know. And but it's like they were coming out naturally, they weren't forced. And then I thought, okay, so what is that telling me? And yes.
Yeah. In NeuroGo, there is natural triangles. We are not, it's different already, that the way you focus on the future, it's not as hard to use triangles there. So it's very beneficial, and it's easy
It was
Don't
helpful
worry.
also to hear the model of when Anna said, you know, it's like a mountain range. It's like, oh yeah, I can do that. Got it.
Because the purpose is you are already thinking of actions and you are going to be taking action. So this is very appropriate use of training wheels there.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it's
Very good.
I'm doing a bigger one now.
Okay, good. Do you have any questions about NeuroGo?
It's, I mean, the more that I do, the more, I mean, I'm going to have to like do a whole comedy show in my head about my resistance, because I love my resistance because it's authentic. But I'm still in a space of learning and trust, and it's like, okay, we're going to do this. And it's like, it's almost like I want a stopwatch. It says, how long did it take for you to abandon that resistance? It's like, and get into the groove. It's like, it just.
Very good. So little by little, and in some time, we will see you without any resistance. That's the start.
Hey, and you might see me here in your house and my house at the same time.
We might not see her. She might just like leave the planet with
Oh.
no resistance.
Yeah,
Don't
and,
travel
there-
between the stars.
There goes her
Yeah.
levitation.
yeah, and well,
And
the
her-
funny thing is, I resist gravity. I mean, I fell and I broke my arm. It's awful. And my bones are healing, all kinds of neat stuff in terms of osteoporosis. And so it's like, yeah, I like the space of, like I told my husband, no, I do the quantum, it doesn't hurt.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ascension. It's time for ascension.
Well, I still want to be here
Yes.
too. I want to dance in both worlds now. So
Yeah.
I can appreciate the perspective of both better, as opposed to being binary and either being one or the other.
Do you feel that has a lot though to do with the duality of the planet that we're on, the binary one or the other?
Yeah, that is what shapes the conversation.
Yeah.
It's like the have or the have not, the fitting in the box. One of the things I'm concerned about with our culture is I think we get a lot of our power from A, having an opinion, and B, fighting the opinion and being oppositional. And that seems to give people a sense of power, like I'm here and I know, and it's not helping anything. So in terms of the duality, it's yeah.
Doubts. It's always helping. It is helping. We just don't see it in so many
Yes.
ways.
And then
Yes.
this is going on. I'm picturing, and we're rounding out those edges, and then we go back to rounding. It's like, this is so beautiful.
Mhm.
Rounding out duality.
Yeah.
That would be an awesome topic for a sidewalk sketch,
Yes.
Ooh.
because I missed it.
Ooh.
Like the first week of August, we have an event and they do sidewalk sketching throughout downtown. Of course, it's oriented toward kids, but we also have an artist community. I've never considered doing it, but I might do this in my driveway too,
Yeah.
Yeah.
because I have the asphalt, so it'll show.
Yeah. If you have it, definitely do it as a preparation, and then next year go to Moscow. Oh, if they, yeah.
That would be amazing. Oh, I would, but I want to go in the winter, and I want to get a wool coat with the fur collar and the cuffs, and I want a muff. I want to do the Zhivago. I mean, oh, sorry. I have a romantic relationship with Mother Russia.
Good. I
And
don't
I'm-
like it in the winter. It's too cold.
Oh, I'm in Montana,
Okay.
and I'm from Michigan, where we had icy, we had wind chill because of all the water. It was very, very cold in the winter, more so than Montana. But
Still, yeah, warm is good. Cool.
oh, I know, you belong in the Black Sea.
Yes. Yes.
I love that image. I mean, I thought about swimming lap pools, and then I think of you at the Black Sea. It's like one of my magic moments was at the North Sea in Aberdeen, and I was standing there and I'm looking up, and it was like one of those moments where I was everywhere at once, and I don't know where it is in my roots, but I just standing there, long leather coat, and looking out over the water. Magical moment. That's how I see you in the Black Sea. No
Wow.
chlorine too.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Yes, that's beautiful. Thank you. Everywhere at once. So freeing. What is freeing?
I think I'm avoiding conversation on neurocontact though.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh, I don't. I mean, I am looking forward to it and not looking forward to going back over it again. It's like I'm at the point of, I got through it. I learned and grew so much through neurocontact, and it challenged so many personal boundaries. And so I was curious what other people's experiences were. And then after we're done with the algorithms, I'll be going through them again because I'll have a lay of the land, and then I want to go through it with an understanding of where we're going. So I think it'll exponentially improve or enhance my experience.
Yeah, it will be at a different layers. You will look at different layers. It will be beneficial, yes. Neurocontact was kind of slow, and people got tired, I think, already.
Okay.
NeuroGo will pick up some excitement, but it's I don't know, people are scattered. And Melba, were you able to post your drawings on the Facebook for NeuroContact?
I will post them today. I will post 2 today. I'm finishing the 3rd one right now.
Okay.
And
would you use
I'm-
album 4?
Use album 4 to post.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
I will do that.
And so I will wait for about a week until next Wednesday to do the supervisions. You have time. And if you don't do them until next Wednesday, you still have time. So don't worry. The time is yours whenever you're.
Well, now that we're finished with Soul Awakening, and I have caught up with the previous classes that I didn't get done during vacation, I'm ready. I will be working today and tomorrow to finish just the 3rd one, and then I'll have the weekend to get the last one.
Good. Okay.
Yeah, I'll have them there.
Do you have any questions about Neuro? Oh, look at the workbook. Who got it already?
I have it.
Oh, so how is the paper? Did you try it?
What I did is I pulled out the fine point Sharpie. My first thought was, this is going to bleed. So I drew, and then I didn't want to draw on a page to test it. So I put a K here, and I'll show you what it's like on the other because it's the same paper. So I think it's going to be really hard for people to read their notes because
yes, it's
that's just the fine tip. It's going to bleed like crazy. So I think the outline and the concept is great. And then to do heavier paper is going to increase the price point. So
we will need to do the heavier paper. It's just we'll see, as an option for people to have it, or I can ask them to do it with gel pens, which is hard for beginners. I know it's hard for beginners.
It'll be great with the pencils. It'll just be it's figuring out which marker will work for the fixations.
Yes,
and power lines.
And I think Julia has tried it with
but not.
Yes,
I have a suggestion.
Yes.
I have this book and they are thin paper. What I would do is doing it on a other paper like I do actually and sketch them.
connecting that. Okay, yeah.
There you go. And, yeah, because it's a great guide to have it. It would have been nice. We're going forward. I can see where it'd be very strong benefit going through basic the first time. And the introduction is so clear and it says everything it needs to say. My only concern, well, actually I have 2 concerns, that one, and since this, and you may not want to change it because this might be a stretch goal, But since it's for the bbasic algorithm, I was confused why we chose artwork. that had
The
colors.
yes, I know. Why is the goat? Because everybody will try to do it with the goat. I know. I thought about it after I chose it, and it looked so good in the beginning, and then few
No,
days after.
It's gorgeous. And the thing is that if it had the black lines, it would compete with the title.
Yeah.
So maybe, it's like, this is about growth, and this is where we're going to go. And you're going to hear lots of things where we're telling you, you need to do this, you have to do that. But as you grow, you'll understand where that's optimal and where that's not. So that discussion can flow.
Yes, yes, yes.
So those were my two first impressions in terms of evolution.
Happened for a reason. Yes, we're gonna change the paper to the thicker one.
Good.
And
that's awesome.
Have it as an option. And with the cover, we're also gonna change for the beginning, for the basic user, but then for the others probably it's okay.
And then if you're looking at options, I don't think we had it for this. Many of the functional books that I buy from Amazon now, like the sourdough cookbook and my stretching exercises, I pay the additional $11 to have them spiral bound, so they lie flat.
Would be good. I didn't see this option.
What happens is I think they take the book and it goes to another person to be processed. I will look up some of the books that I have and tell you. I'll send you a message and you can see how it's laid out in Amazon. But I think it was about $11 and it takes another week or two to do it. And it comes from another company. But I think their business model is they will buy your book and take the binding off and then spiral bound it nicely and send it off. So it's a value added step, but.
Yes, Julie and I are looking in other options as well, not only Amazon, but Amazon was the first and the easiest one to do. We kind of rushed to get it for the basic user course starting on September 1st. But
one of my business principles is prototype early and often. Don't wait till you get it perfect. Get it out there, get it to the user, and have them put their hands on it. And by the way, I did this in the 90s, and now they have an official name for it in the industry. So prototype early and often.
early enough. That's what I do usually, and then everybody says, "Oh, there is a spelling mistake."
Yep, there it is.
Okay, thank
you.
You
just tell them no additional charge.
Yeah, no. Thank you, Kate. Definitely look for and send me the option with the binding. It's gonna be good as well. Thank you. Great. And
see, my neurons are firing.
You're all over firing. Yes. Okay. If you this was nice chat. I'm sorry to interrupt you, Kate, but if somebody else have any questions.
Oh, exactly. Yeah.
Or what they're doing.
I have some.
I came for your questions, Monique. I'm here for you.
Should we, when we color, should we avoid those peak with color? Or it doesn't matter?
It depends what you want to do. So if you want to emphasize the action, then you color. If you don't.
Like this. If I color like this, I don't know if you see.
Yeah, I see it.
Those, see maybe, those peak here, okay? It doesn't matter, or it's okay, or we should avoid them?
First of all, have you neurolined your blue triangle? It's very straight. The blue triangle.
There?
Do you have neural lines around your blue triangle?
Yeah.
Yes, you do? Okay.
Why?
Because from here, from the distance, it looked very straight.
But I have it on my original. This is a copy.
Okay, okay, okay. Okay,
This
so
is-
can you bring closer, what angles do you wanna, can you bring closer to the camera? I do not see what.
What I will do, I will pin my, because I don't see well. Okay. Okay. Those peak here, should we avoid this when we color?
Made from neural lines that you're making from neural lines.
Yeah.
So you shouldn't, it depends on your coloring and how you look at it. If they're very wiggly, if they're going 90 degrees or 180 degrees, it may represent that you're going in circles, like going to not following straight direction. But if you're just playing with them, and this brings you more vitality, depends what you feel. There is no rule, Monique.
Okay.
Carol,
But I didn't feel well with that. So in my original, I just round everything. I had neuroline and I just round everything. I just want to know if it's if we should avoid that.
rounding is different than what you ask for with the color. So I'm not sure that.
No, what I do in my original, all those things. Okay. All those things here, like this. I just add neuroline here, and I color
Mhm.
Oh, okay.
around.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes, it's how you feel it. It's your inner sense of what brings you, what feels good for you.
I don't know why. I just didn't feel good about that. This is why I asked the question.
Yes.
Oh, yeah. I don't know if the traduction is okay, but they gave me that. What's it's like to work on several topics in the same day?
So as you progress, depending on your resources that you have, because what you're doing, again, we're going to go to basics. If you are changing, drawing on one topic, you're changing neural pathways, and it's maybe one area of your brain. Then another topic, maybe neural pathways in another area of your brain. And then a third topic on another area of your brain. But they may be all related, right? The three topics may be, we don't know. I'm not a scientist to tell you where those neural pathways are. And depends, every change, to make the change, you need to have resources. You need to have enough positive energy that is flowing through you to actually do those changes in your neurons.
Okay. The problem I have is because I'm doing a marathon. I read marathon, and I'm working on my homework for neurocomposition. This is not the same topic.
Yeah,
Every day.
It may be too much, but they may be related. So try and use like this. Marathon is okay to do not just with one catharsis. So you can do your neuro sketching. What are you doing neuro sketching? Do the same.
No. Neurocomposition.
Do the neurocomposition drawing on the same topic that you do the marathon, and then do one drawing.
But this cannot be the same topic. because the homework on are about goal to achieve, and algorithm for releasing limitation is to deal with negative emotion.
Okay.
Well, this is not the same thing.
And why you cannot use the same thing? Why you cannot use the same topic?
Because it's not the same thing.
What,
Try.
what I
Try.
might offer is what is the outcome of releasing the negative? It's peace. So your peace of your mind, or in your gut. So that could be like the goal. So that's how they're related together, maybe.
No, she can try, just take the same topic and try to do the neurocomposition with the same topic.
Okay.
See what happens.
But I'm doing a marathon for 1 year. I cannot choose. No, I just wanted to know.
Okay. Question. If Monique from last week thought the 1 year marathon would be perfect for her, but the Monique from today says, I can't do everything I can with the 1 year marathon, can Monique make the decision to make it 2 or 3, break it down and not do the full 1 year if it makes the rest of your journey more difficult as opposed to smoother? Just an idea. With a hug.
No, she will decide for herself, but without fanatism, Monique. This is not, you're not climbing the Everest. And
you can pause at base camp.
Yeah, you choose what you want to do. It may be too much to overwhelm yourself with 2 different topics or 3 different topics a day. Definitely not for everybody. And you can choose topics from your catharsis. You can choose to draw them with neurocomposition. And this will be a very aha moment for you to learn how to use the topic from catharsis to draw it with neurocomposition. You will learn a lot.
I will need an example. I just don't know how to do that.
Well, just pick a topic that you're using for your catharsis and start drawing neurocomposition and see what comes up. Neural lines will guide you. They will tell you what to do.
Right, it won't look like what we learn in neurocomposition. No? D'accord. I will reflect on that. Okay. Can I put my drawing on the Facebook group? Because in the place where I put those before, I don't like.
Sure, you can put them in the Facebook group. Oh, you don't like to upload them through the website?
No, because if I change my mind, I cannot remove it. And if I want to add something, I cannot. I don't know how to do that.
Okay. Okay, Monique, you can put it on.
Okay, and there will be no more Q&A, you said at the beginning?
There will be Q&A. We're starting, I'm just saying that the group that we're going, there's 8 people that are going in the same group, doing the same algorithms.
Okay.
They're gonna do, this week we are finishing with them NeuroContact, and next month, September, we'll do NeuroGo. In October, we'll do neurotiming.
Okay.
But there are people who are taking them separately, not just you. there are other people who are taking them separately, and they're welcome to join. And I'll try to do it next week at a different time, so more people can join, different people can join, like in the evening or in the afternoon. So
Could we know actually when you are going? Because tomorrow is the registration for the activity at the center where when I go, and I would like to know.
okay, I haven't looked at my calendar. Sorry,
No?
Monique, I haven't.
But it would be in the evening, you think?
I want to do it in the evening. I haven't thought about it yet. It's not very comfortable for me to do it in the evening, but I will, if I find a day of the week that I can do it in the evening, I will. I haven't looked at the calendar because in the evenings I need to take my daughter to dance and to theater, and so it's difficult for me. And so as soon as I know,
Okay.
I will tell you. But don't worry about it. You'll do fine. Just trust the flow.
And this is not on Neurographica, but what is a head teacher at the institute?
What is an end teacher?
Head teacher.
Ed teacher.
Head, H-E-A-D.
Head teacher.
Head teacher. Who is the head teacher?
No, what is a head teacher?
What is a head teacher? I don't know what is a head teacher. I'm helping at the institute right now, mentoring those who are studying there. And I'm checking, doing supervisions, answering questions, and helping if they need any help. If that's what you're asking, I don't know.
No, it's because I have another beside Svetlana Safonova, which will give the specialist course and traduction in French with another person. I have another, she's in London, and she said that she is a head teacher at the institute. I just want to know.
Yeah, there is nothing like head teacher. She's just trying to make the sound interesting.
Okay. Okay. No, I was just curious.
Is this
And,
Anna Denning?
Yeah. No, you don't recommend me?
Oh, no. You can go with anybody. With Anna Denning, I have a feedback from people who are taking her classes. It's very stressed. She's very unforgiving, and it's very stressful to do Neurographica with her classes. And people can you imagine you're working with your problems, with your trauma, and she's very strict on top of it. So, but if that's what you like, then.
Okay. No, this is just because if the Q&A, I didn't want to do the course with Svetlana Safonova, because the course is at the same time as the Q&A now. So if you change the hour,
it will change. Yes, it will change the Q&A.
okay, maybe I would go with her.
I recommend Svetlana Safonova over Anna Denning.
Well, yes, but the problem is the person who is traducing it in French does not speak very well French, and I watch video from her, and often I don't understand what she said. I just don't.
I'm sorry. Okay, sorry about
it. Composition. If I want to walk, it's an example. 3 times a week, and increase the time each 2 weeks.
Monique, it's already 12. Can you send me your question, please? I'll
Okay.
answer it because I need to go. I'm sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Thank you so much for your questions and have a wonderful day. Get to sleep, Melba. And
Thank you.
thank you, Kate, for all the info.
Bye-bye. Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye, Monique. Bye, Kate.
Bye-bye.